and for their statement. I now give the floor to the representative of Pakistan.
Thank you, Mr. President. Pakistan thanks the Russian presidency for organizing this important debate. Today we face numerous threats arising from violations of the purposes and principles of the UN Charter, great power rivalries, a renewed global arms race, proliferating conflicts and disputes, spreading terrorism, hate, Islamophobia, organized crime, rising poverty, and growing climate impacts. Pakistan firmly believes that multilateralism and multilateral cooperation are indispensable for addressing these complex and interlinked challenges. We reject any unipolar, bipolar, or so-called multipolar world dominated by a few powerful states. Such an order contradicts the principle of sovereign equality of states. Mr. President, a just, democratic, and sustainable world order must be based on consistent adherence to the fundamental principles of the UN Charter, self-determination of peoples, non-use or threat of use of force, respect for sovereignty and territorial integrity of states, and non-interference in their internal affairs. Strict adherence to these principles has become all the more essential in the context of recent and ongoing conflicts. The UN Security Council has failed to ensure universal implementation of the central principles of the UN Charter and its own resolutions, such as those relating to Palestine and Jammu and Kashmir. Mr. President, our efforts to promote world order, peace, and stability will fail unless we achieve universal socio-economic development, a core objective of the Charter. The COVID-19 pandemic, ongoing conflicts, and climate change have plunged many developing countries into extreme economic distress. Comprehensive reform of the international financial, trade, and technology architectures is necessary to ease the suffering of 1 billion people in the global south and achieve the sustainable development goals. To promote multilateral cooperation in the interest of a more just, democratic, and sustainable world order, we suggest the following. 1. We must promote universal respect for the purposes and principles of the UN Charter. To this end, the UN Secretary General should prepare an annual review of the situations on the Security Council's agenda where Charter's principles and Council resolutions are violated. 2. To avoid global catastrophe, we must address rising tensions between major military powers. 3. The UN Security Council must actively promote the resolution of conflicts and disputes, including their root causes, such as foreign occupation and the suppression of the right to self-determination. 4. The Secretary General should exercise his authority under Article 99 of the Charter more assertively. The jurisdiction of judicial mechanisms, especially the ICJ, should be fully utilized. 5th, the Security Council should be enlarged to be more representative, accountable, democratic, transparent, and effective. Expanding the number of non-permanent members is crucial for representativeness. Adding new permanent members will erode the principles of sovereign equality and equity and further paralyze the Council. However, a reformed Council in itself offers no panacea. It must be accompanied by fully utilizing the considerable potential of the General Assembly, the activation of the UN's disarmament machinery, and most critically, the reform and democratization of the Bretton Woods institutions. Mr. President, multilateral cooperation must be comprehensive, inclusive, and equitable. Pakistan remains committed to promoting these ideals, including through the Summit of the Future. I thank you very much.
I thank the representative of Pakistan for